Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the Steel Ice Center here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. In the area of Pennsylvania where there's factories all around you, you've got an ice rink right in the middle of it, and we've got the ECHA Playoffs right here for you on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. What better setting than a place where all the working class citizens of the United States go out and do their jobs, and they grit and grind, just like the game of hockey. I'm John McCouch, joined alongside Carrillo Pascal, who we'll get to shortly, the ECHA Playoffs. Number 3 Villanova taking on number 6 Navy. Two great teams, two gritty teams, and Carrillo will have the national anthem and everything coming up in just a couple of moments right here. So I'll get to you when we get back, because we do have the anthems, lineups, and we do have a ceremony coming up before the game as well for awards and players and everything of that nature. So I believe we'll toss it real quick right before they get this going, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to you.
Yes, sir, we certainly will. We'll be back in just a second. We'll have the ceremony. Villanova's still about ready to come out onto the ice here, so we'll send it on down to the PA booth, and we will get going here for this one in just a second.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Steel Ice Center here in historic Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the Christmas City. For today's quarterfinal matchup between number 6 ranked United States Naval Academy Midshipmen versus number 3 ranked Villanova University Wildcats. At this time, the ECHA would like to recognize the 2026 ECHA All-Star winners. From Navy, with 19 goals, 19 games played, 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points. Second team All-Star forward, number 5, Patrick McLaughlin. And next, with 19 games played, 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points. First team All-Star defense, number 10, Jason Gibson. And now for Villanova, with 19 games played, 11 goals, 20 assists for 31 points. First team All-Star forward, number 71, Charles Davis. And now, with 19 games played, 15 goals, 10 assists for 25 points, Rookie of the Year, number 8, Brendan O'Brien. Now, with 15 games played, 12 wins, 2 losses, 1 shootout loss. Goal of the Year, number 30, Demetrius. And now, the starting lineups. For the midshipmen, in goal, number 31, Gavin Bob. And right defense, number 19, Villanova. And right defense, number 18, Ben White. Number 14, Andrew Penka. At center, number 5, Patrick Laughlin. And our right wing, number 11, Butler Tesson. The midshipmen are coached by Mr. Kevin Rubin. In goal, number 30, Dimitri Gapina. At left B, number 27, Damian Ferretti. At right B, number 4, Connor Smith. At right wing, number 8, Brendan O'Brien. At center, number 71, Charles Davis. And at left wing, number 22, Jonathan Lewis. The Wildcats are coached by Mr. John Ford. This time, you please rise to the caps to honor our nation to play our national anthem.
And we're back here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Number 3 Villanova taking on the U.S. Naval Academy midshipmen. I'm John McCooch, joined alongside Carrillo Pascal for this adventure between these two teams in the quarterfinals of the ECHA Playoffs. And Carrillo got cut off last time, so I'm going to cut myself off, Carrillo. What do we got for these teams? It's a big matchup, it's a good one, and it's a great way to start off the first round and the first game of the ECHA Playoffs.
Yeah, it is a big one, certainly for sure. Like you said, John, number 3 versus number 6 to open up the day here. Start time got pushed back by about a half hour. Was supposed to be a 10 p.m. puck drop, but a little bit of pushing back going on here to start the morning. So right about at 10:30 here to start this game. Villanova 22-4-0-2 on the year. Were spectacular, finished third place in the ECHA. And then for Navy, 14-15-2, finished sixth place here in the conference as we get ready for this one. Once again, want to thank all of you for tuning in and for the ECHA to allow us to broadcast these playoffs here at Breakout Sports Broadcasting as we get ready here for the opening puck drop.
Blake Powers taking the puck drop for Navy. Dmitry Kapranov will be the netminder for Villanova, the goaltender of the year. Villanova has the goaltender of the year and the rookie of the year, which we'll get into as well, with Brendan O'Brien, their leading scorer, as well as the Wildcats take it down the ice. They've got a quick 2-on-1 if they work. Quick, good poke check from Navy and the midshipmen as they work down, trying to get this out of their own defensive zone. And the Naval Academy will try to get things going here to start this off. Villanova got a quick rush to start off this game as this puck will be chased by Peretti down to the defensive zone, and the Wildcats will hold. The big thing about taking on any of the Army, Navy Academy, they will always be more physically fit than you, because if you know anything about the training, it's intense. So Villanova, you have to play a sound hockey game if you want to win this one.
Yeah, definitely have to find a way to try and just out-muscle Navy if you can. I mean, that's pretty damn hard.
Yeah, that's out-muscle is probably not, you have to use your technical muscle.
Yeah, technical muscle. You have to play well along the boards. You have to play well along the dirty areas and find a way to get some chances in front, look for some rush opportunities. Like you said, John, physically fit Navy and Army and all of the branches of the military who play, especially hockey, with such a fast-paced sport, the conditioning is going to be on another level.
Yep. And
you have to try and find a way, if you're Villanova, to try and get them in a bit of a change or catch them by surprise a little bit on some chances going the other way.
The Wildcats lose to the neutral zone. Navy will take it back, trying to take a shot on Kapranov, and he'll make the save. Again, the goaltender of the year for the Wildcats, a .218 goals allowed average, 16-3-0-1 record on the year, and a .931 save percentage. So he's pretty good, I'd say, for Villanova, and he's been fantastic all season long, and a big reason why the Wildcats have only lost 4 games in regulation this season, like you brought up. Navy just a game under 500 at 14-15-2-0. So it's still a very good Navy team that Villanova has to look into, and they were just shy by a few points of the 2 seed where the Wildcats, they take a shot on the netminder Beal. And he will collect and save with 18:41 left to go here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. And before this game continues, I want to give a big thank you to all of our servicemen and women, active, fallen, and retired out there. We thank you so much for your service, and we always love to do that whenever we have one of the Naval Academies or Army come and play. We thank all of our active and non-active service members. Here with 18:41, the face-off will be to the left of Beal, won by the Villanova Wildcats, held up at the point and just sent in and dumped over. Navy will look to recover and hold on. The midshipman, big sliding play in there, trying to keep this out. Looks like Huard got in there, held up at the point, and brought back into neutral zone. He'll go offside. Here with 18:20 left to go. In period number 1 of the quarterfinals of the ECHA Playoffs, the Villanova Wildcats. If you know anything about me, I went to this other school in New Jersey called Seton Hall, so I'm a little familiar with Villanova as a university.
Also a fellow New Jersey school, and myself at Ryder.
Yep.
Didn't get to know them as much.
Not as much,
obviously.
Not as much as the Big East, but we've seen them as well a few times, I believe, on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Maybe
yes, we
once.
certainly have.
And you've seen my Seton Hall as well. But Villanova always, it doesn't matter what sport it is, they are a tough team to deal with at this club level, at the D1 level here in the club section. Sending on Beal. It'll be held up, and he will just cover up with the oven mitt. We'll take a look. But about under 18 left to go here in period number 1. Villanova doing a good job staying on this side of the ice, but Navy, again, you've seen the physicality already. Not a ton of big hits that we've seen, but Villanova doing their best to match it so far. They're going to face off near Beal. Again, Navy has to deal with a really good netminder on the other side. some really big-time scores as well for the Wildcats of Villanova. 2 shots apiece for each team. Navy will control. Working quick down the other way, trying to take a high slot shot. Bodies fall down. Back at the point now for Navy. The midshipman shots it in, and he scores right near the blue line. What a shot! Josh Reed tags it through. 1-0 Navy.
What a shot there from just under the blue line. That was a rip.
Reed's 4th goal of the year, his 10th point. So not maybe a player you look at the top of the scoring list, but he gets it through. Mr. Reed, first goal of the day. And that's a shot to start off the ECHA playoffs.
Now that had some mustard on it as it beat Kapranov on the glove side. That was a big-time shot, and like you said, not a ton of scoring from Reed so far this year, but couldn't be a bigger goal than any to start off the playoffs here for the ECHA.
The thing about the ECHA playoffs and playoffs in general, when we can take a look at stats and bring everybody's scoring into, everybody's 0-0-0 on their score line. So you get Reed coming through, take a big shot near the blue line, and Kapranov, who's been such an outstanding superstar goaltender all season long, lets one through glove side, and it's a great shot. It's a tough one to save. And a big hit near the neutral zone, right near the red line. Big hits in this game. Scram for the puck, a jam for the puck. Let loose. And that'll go out, and we'll get a whistle. Held up by Bill. So Bill collects it. And now this is where you get dangerous when you play a team like the Naval Academy. You've now given a team that is more physically fit than you, that has more stamina than you, a lead. And if there's a team that can kind of go and sit on a lead, it's definitely a team like Navy. So we'll see how this one ends up turning out. Working back down in Villanova. We'll just clear this away. Back down the other side of the ice. Here in Navy's defensive zone. Villanova looking to counter. Down a goal here. The number 3 seed as Navy takes it back. Good way to go out and get that puck from Charlie Davis. Got some all-stars named right before the game. A good number of them for either side. A lot of big players. We see them get honored before this one. 4 shots to 3 in favor of Navy, and one of those shots being, so far, the go-ahead goal in this first period. Play near the Nova bench. We've seen a lot of diving and sliding for both of these teams. It's a different level of effort that you see when you get to the postseason, even in these quarterfinals. Because it is not a kind of maybe a tough play there. Gets brought down, shot sent in for the point. Beal will just deflect it. And it gets back into the neutral zone. Villanova will have to hold up and try to slow down, but a good chase from Baffis, causing some disruption. Handed down by Navy. Baffis trying to collect it for the midshipman over here. 16 minutes left to go in the first period. Held up in the neutral zone. Big blast right in front of us. Here in our view from Breakout Sports Broadcasting, we are basically right behind the glass. So any hits that come this way, we will see them and we will feel them. Not as much of these players, though. Held back up. Navy crossing that blue line. Shot sent out wide. And Nova will go back down the other way.
And like you were saying, John, about being right behind the glass here at the Steel Ice Center here in Bethlehem, PA. And also want to give a big shout out to Lehigh University for hosting the playoffs here.
Shot sent in wide of Kapranov. He's out of his cage, though. Shot sent in, blocked away. What a way to block it. My goodness. Evan Noble standing tall. Shot sent in, passed for Nova. Sliding in. Beal's going to make that save. Net dislodged. But he'll score. Will not score. He's out of the cage. Almost, I thought I saw the hand up for a moment. But Beal gets in front of it, and the net's dislodged. 1-0 still. What a sequence we just had.
Man, that was a wild sequence, back and forth. Noble living up to his namesake there, diving down to block that. What a beautiful diving block there to just save a goal as Kapranov was trying to scramble to get back into his net. Was all the way down, almost at...
Oh, behind it.
Yeah, behind the cage.
He was near one of the ads back there. And Evan Noble just saved this from being a 2-0 game. As a shot goes out of play, deflected, so no delay. But my goodness. And what a save by Beal on the other end as well. I thought he might have got through on that play. But what a save. Sliding out and getting it.
It has been an action-packed first 5 minutes of the game only. Opening goal and back-and-forth action there with a couple of huge chances for both teams. Here to start off the playoffs. It's been a great one so far.
It's the playoffs. This is exactly what you expect from either side. And it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. You guys are fired up and ready to roll. I'm sure Red Bull made some money today from these guys. Held back up behind the cage. We'll see who's more caffeinated in this game. Held up at the point. Change coming on for Navy as well, taken away by the Wildcats. Can't get that cleanly on the stick, but it's held back out. It'll be O'Brien, Rookie of the Year, trying to chase his puck. Almost fed it in towards the slot. Held up by Navy. It's the midshipman. We'll look to counter again. They've got some great offense so far in this game. A real nice chance. Had Kapranov out of his cage for what felt like an eternity, but a good way to get in there from Davis. Davis, shot sent in, saved by Beal. The Wildcats can't work this back to the point. Navy will hold back onto the neutral zone. Poked out. Villanova stops that quick rush. The midshipman in center ice. 3 Wildcats right there for it. We'll just dump it. That'll be dumped by Polsinelli. Polsinelli dumps it in. Wildcats trying to make something out of it. Collected this back at the point is Lynch. Lynch makes his pass, working through. Beal's going to collect it on the juggle. And he'll make another save. He's been outstanding so far. And when you look at the goaltender battle, it's obviously all Kapranov when you head into the game, but Beal's made a nice showing.
Yeah, he's played great so far. Made a couple of big saves already here on Villanova. Trying to keep this a 1-0 game in favor of Navy right now.
A 6-4-1 record on the year with 318 goals allowed average, just shy of a 90% save percentage. Right now, he's 100%. 7 of them so far. These Wildcats, we know they can score, though, so we'll see how that all turns around. Navy gets a quick change on one player. The midshipman holding up here with just about 13 minutes left to go in this contest, the first game of the quarterfinals of the ECHA Playoffs. We'll be right here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting for all 4 games. We've got Westchester and NYU coming up after this game. Lehigh URI later tonight. George Mason and Drexel will be our 3rd game of the day. They'll Trey Wright for those last 2. Shot sent in from Nova. That shot is saved off the pads of Beal as that goes out of play. So we'll get a reset. Out here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Again, these Wildcats, 22 wins on the year, a really good squad, and a 3 seed that has a ton of expectations and will look to challenge URI, will challenge Westchester, but they've got a Navy team to get through first. And right now they're down 1-0. Face-off will be to the right of Beal. Jostle for it. Went the direction of Navy. But Villanova looking for a clean shot. Trying to find somewhere to go with this puck. Held up at the top. Shot sent in. Deflected. No one there for it on the deflection for Nova. Another one sent in. That's wide of the cage. Held up at the point again. Looking through. Navy back with it. They steal the puck for now. Midshipman trying to work. It goes away from Beal. With 12:14 left to go. Jammed up for in the corner. Gone loose. Taken back by Navy, though. Good chance to intercept that for Ray Sun. Sun will send this down. Kapranov comes out of the netting to collect the puck. As Villanova will gather. Set up. Navy, though, with fortifications. Shot sent in. That's away from Beal. Went almost through the crease. Bodies forward. Diving down is Navy. Almost taken back by the midshipman, and it's all the way down the other side of the ice. Kapranov comes out and just fires the puck aggressive from Dmitry Kapranov. And it works for now. Just tripped up, though. Couldn't hold on from Naraki.
And that's a great play there from Kapranov to come way out of his net.
Shots it in off the glove of Beal. It is a great play. It's an impressive play, Carollo. It's risky, though. Very risky.
Definitely a risky one as he came way out to make that. Was all the way above the circles when he knocked that one aside, but it worked, and he was able to get it up into the zone as the Wildcats have had a super impressive forecheck in the last couple minutes.
They have. It's been very difficult to deal with for Navy. They haven't really been able to get back in the offensive zone. But right now, getting an opportunity here, but Wildcats chasing this puck, just lost it. For a moment, it was Sun. And again, Villanova working hard on the other end. Big blast near the neutral zone. My goodness. If you can't steal the puck off the stick, just hit the guy. Working back now. Navy trying to keep this onside. Shots and in high of Kapranov. Villanova. Get back at the point for Sun. Deflected. Shot sent in. Kapranov able to get in front of that puck. Almost a perfect setup for Navy.
That was a great look there for the midshipman, and a great save there from Kapranov in transition, able to get that one-timer. Sliding over across, got it right in the breadbasket. He's been excellent so far in this game and so far this year, like we mentioned, and like you said, John, goaltender of the year here for the ECHA has just been spectacular all season here for the Wildcats.
So far, just the one blemish, and that's the one goal. Our sole goal in this game. We approach the 10-minute mark here from Steel Ice Center in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Trying to work this back. Neutral zone work for the Wildcats. Back at the top. Stick is gone. We've got a whistle. Down on the ice is Peretti. Davian Peretti gets his feet back up. We've got a hand up.
Yeah, it's going to be a tripping call here.
Right.
Might be a knee. We'll have to see.
That's what I was trying to wait on because it looked like they got those legs definitely connected.
It is going to be a tripping call
tripping
here.
Call, right. It wasn't an obliterate knee movement there. It was just a tripping call. Legs got tangled up, but it was on Navy. So we'll see it. And when you're Villanova and you need a goal, what better way to get there than a power play potentially?
And it's going to be the goal scorer, Josh Reed, going to the box here on the penalty. So scores the opening goal of the game and now takes a penalty, and Navy's going to have to try and kill this one off and keep this a tie game.
Big opportunity for Villanova. They've had a great power play all season long. So we'll see if Villanova's man advantage can work to their advantage. Right now, Navy, though, chasing hard. And if you'd expect one thing out of any kind of military academy, penalty kill has to be an emphasis when you have the conditioning that you do. It's the playoffs. Winding through, making a dirty move. Shot sent in, and Beal's able to get on that. He'll cover up. On the rush was Charlie Davis. But it's held up. 9:39, we'll get a face-off, Corello.
Yeah, it's been a good one so far. I mean, like we've been saying all game, it's a close one. Shots 12-7 right now in favor of Nova. As they have 1:28 left to go here on this power play, they're able to win the draw.
See if they can take advantage of winning that draw. Navy so far keeping bodies in front. Held up at the top. There's a shot, no deflection. Beal's in front of it. Winding through. Puck gets lofted up. Navy able to just get it out for now, and they clear. But it's out of play.
And that went right into the bench there of Navy.
Yep. You are supposed to send it to your teammates, just not the ones that are on the bench. But Navy will at least get a face-off here and just get play stopped for a moment. 1:10 left on the power play. On the Reed power play, Reed penalty, the Josh Reed penalty. Like you mentioned, scored the goal. Held up at the point. Shot sent in for Nova, and glove by Beal. There was a jostle in front with Dylan Anderson for Villanova.
Yeah, Anderson was looking for the deflection there, trying to find a way to get around the defense there. And just couldn't get around. Was some good work there by the D of Navy to just tangle him up in front. So he couldn't get his stick free, as that's cleared down the ice here by Navy.
Another clear. Kapranov not on his stick. Came out for it, didn't touch it. Left pass for Villanova. That pass just a bit offline, shot over, and again the puck gets paraded around the boardings. So Villanova will collect in the neutral zone. Navy still chasing hard. Good work right now by Bobby Cunningham. We got two Cunninghams on this team. Bobby and Patrick, and a big blast by Jason Fisher, one of the all-stars for this team, as it'll go on the stick of Kapranov. And Navy again hitting hard. Under 30 seconds left on the power play here. First period of action here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Still a man advantage for Villanova. The Wildcats trying to make things happen. Haven't really got a good shot on this power play. It'll be on the stick of Kapranov again. They'll have 12 seconds, potentially one more chance, but they'll get some line changes out and just work with a fresh 5-on-5.
And Navy's done a great job so far of limiting rush chances into the zone, and when the Wildcats have gotten them, they've only gotten right to the bottom of the circle, and then a stick gets tapped onto the puck, and it's out quickly. As we're now back to 5-on-5. Good kill there from the midshipman.
A perfect kill from Navy. Just away from Beal. 15 shots on goal for Villanova, but no goals so far, so 15 for 15 is Gavin Beal, the netminder for Navy and the midshipman. And again, like you mentioned, they get by the circle, they get past behind, you get a big hit from Navy or a stick gets in there. And Villanova, again, they've gotten the shots off. Their netminder stood strong, and a lot of those shots aren't really the cleanest chances in the world. There's a lot of dump shots that Beal's been able to get in front of, and Navy getting in front of another puck there. It is physical hockey. We'll go past Davis here, and be down for the icing. 7:25 left to go in this 1-0 hockey game. It's about the game you expected right now, Carollo.
Yeah, it certainly has been. I mean, shots currently 15-7, like you said, John. And, I mean, Nova, obviously, with the power play, got a couple on goal. But doubling up Navy in shots right now. But it's the midshipmen that have the 1-0 lead, and that's all that matters here in this one right now.
They've got the puck on the faceoff right now. Shots it in on Kapranov. He gets in front of it. Now Villanova with an opportunity to chase if he works hard here. But again disrupted. It was O'Brien looking for the puck there, and now taken away by Villanova. But again, two bodies there, and he's set hard into the boards, and that will be a whistle.
That's going to be another penalty here on Navy, as I couldn't see who that was that got just drilled into the boards. It looks like it might have been the 14 of Sullivan.
I believe so. He's still working his way back up.
He got crushed into the wall.
Textbook penalty.
And good to see him get up under his own power.
So that will be, again, right after Navy gets out of a penalty kill situation, as Nowhouse will take the penalty there. 2 minutes again, Villanova with a man advantage. And again, the team is high throttle in terms of scoring for Villanova, giving them man advantage chances when they've already got 15 shots on goal. Not what you want to do in these playoffs. Up 1-0 though is Navy still. They have kind of that margin for error right now. Although, again, they did a fantastic kill, and the faceoff goes down all the way to the other side of the ice. And this will work about 10 seconds off of the penalty clock already to start things out here. Wildcats. They're trying to make things happen. Another big blast near the boards. Navy is hitting hard over these past 5 minutes or so.
I mean, that's what you kind of expect. They play a tough game. I mean, like we've mentioned with the conditioning and stuff, they are big.
Yeah.
They are big. That's the one thing about all of the naval or all of the academies here for the U.S. with Navy, Army. All of them are massive, and they're physical, they're fast, they have the conditioning, and they've got the 1-0 lead right now because of that, and they've done such a good job on the PK because of that so far in this one.
They haven't had to deal with many of the height restrictions, but all these guys are built, and it's set in, and they score! Villanova with a good setup, and the Wildcats tie it up on the power play.
As a beautiful tap in on the back door there for Evan Noble. Was an excellent feed to the backside. And we are tied at 1. Beautiful finish there for the Wildcats.
Evan Noble has net 2 goals, I would say, because he saved that goal earlier, sliding in when Kapranov came out of this cage. It could have been a 2-0 game, so Noble scores as well. So he saves a goal, scores a goal, ties it up, 1-1. So what a player. Noble's 12th of the year, or 8th of the year. He's got 11 assists, so 19th point, 8 goals on the season for Noble. First playoff goal and first playoff point here in these playoffs in the ECHA. Now you've got a brand new hockey game as that goes on the glass, almost hits our official here. But a brand new hockey game for Villanova and Navy. Navy got out to the early lead. Villanova answers after the second power play opportunity. And now we'll see. Now Navy can't really just sit on the puck as they had been doing. Still only 7 shots for the midshipmen. The Wildcats trying to make another offensive opportunity. They got the early goal. It was a shot from the blue line. Kapranov gave up one glove side. Great spin to create some space here in their defensive zone. But it's taken back. Villanova's going to have a look here and a chance. Beal's in front of it, though. Cleared up by Navy as Beal gets in front. It was almost an open cage, but some flexibility gets it done. Now Navy taking it back. Good poke check from the Wildcats. And they'll try to get back there. Another good poke from Navy, though, on the other side. Back into the neutral zone, crossing it on the blue line. Chance over, and that's poked out by Villanova. Too many bodies to deal with there. Held up, trying to collect this on the stick. Big hit near that same boarding where the other penalty was. You had an open Wildcat near the slot, couldn't make that connection.
Yeah, that was O'Brien trying to make that play there. Looking to try and drive his way into the zone, just got held up there along the boards. Couldn't get it across.
Almost worked that through, almost got hit. Navy holding on near the blue line here. Big hits. And the Wildcats working in their defensive zone, just trying to get this puck somewhere. It'll end up going down for an icing as Villanova was trying to set things up, but they end up clearing it down for an icing. So we'll get a face-off back the other way and a full change for the Navy. A platoon swap, if you will.
Shot 17-7 right now, but a 1-1 game like we've said here between Nova and Navy. Both goaltenders giving up one apiece. Despite that, they've both been pretty good on each side.
Been very good on each side. Again, the shot total, a 10-shot advantage for Villanova, but it does not feel like it, I would say. It's a very even hockey game right now. We approach the final 4 minutes of period number 1. It's been a good one so far already. It's exactly the type of playoff hockey you'd expect. Chanton Beal will just tap that on his pads and deflect it out. Wildcats. Chanton in and he scores! Hits the corner! Villanova, what a shot, may have been deflected. But Villanova goes up 2-1. It'll be the shot from Damian Peretti, and he'll score. And the Wildcats take a 2-1 lead. Peretti, his 9th goal of the season.
Yeah, that may have been deflected. Kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But either way, I think that kind of caught Beal sleeping a little bit there on that shot up to the top right corner. I think he couldn't see it at all.
Couldn't see it.
He was completely blocked in front and could not see that puck one bit, as that didn't really have a ton on it.
No.
And it just sailed right into the top right corner above his glove.
It was just accurate enough to get into that spot where Beal's shoulder wasn't there. Left that opening, and Peretti just sent it through, was able to connect it on that top right corner. So Navy goes up 1-0 to start out this game. They give up a power play goal, and now that goal. Villanova sending a ton of shots the way of Beal, and that one ends up going through. Again, may have been off of a Navy body, if anything, because Peretti did claim the goal, as he probably would be expected to. Big hit right in front of us. So now Navy will need to counter. Down the counter offensive. The midshipman working back. Trying to connect a pass. Couldn't get a shot on Kapranov. He'll come out. He's aggressive, Kapranov. Comes out and covers. That's how you know that he knows he's good. He comes out, gets it, covers it, and looks comfortable doing it, even though there's 4 bodies right near him.
Yeah, he came out and just stormed his way right to the top of the crease and was able to jump on that puck with the glove and hold on for the stoppage. I mean, he's only faced 8 shots here in this one so far, but we've seen a couple of big saves from him. Obviously, he got some help from Noble on that one, but it's been good so far.
Navy trying to hold on. One thing I will note is the fan support for these playoffs has been fantastic. We'll get to it as Davis tries to work back. A pretty solid crowd here at the Steel Ice Center from both sides. I know Villanova's always traveled well. Navy as well, the Annapolis, Maryland Academy. Also with a good showing today. So a lot of support for these playoffs, and it's always great for us on the broadcast side when you get the crowd noise here.
Yeah, especially as an early morning game to open up here the playoffs.
It's great. 2:31. We'll get a save. Yeah, it's an early one for us, coming over from Jersey to come out and do this one. And I mean, I'm used to early broadcasts at this point. We had a couple weeks ago, some early swim meets. Those started about 9 in the morning. So.
Oh yeah. We've
had
had our fair of early games, especially going back to last year with the ECHA Playoffs. That we did a couple. We had a couple early starts for that one. 11 a.m. was, I think, our second was our first semifinal game last year. We've had a couple 11 a.m.s, 12:30s here. A couple early ones for us, but not too many this early at a 10 o'clock or 10:30 rather puck drop.
That's what happens when you got 4 games, because if you prefer night hockey games, well, we got 2 of those coming up later. We got a 4:30 and a 7:45, I believe. You can check the times on the streams on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. With 2 minutes left to go, held up, sent over towards the corner. Navy trying to collect and get it out of their zone. Villanova looking to add on to their lead. 2-1 is the lead right now. On goals from Peretti on the second one. And Noble got the first. Navy's come close to getting that second goal of their day. Is to get a line change as well. Tipped up, and it'll be offside to the dismay of the midshipmen. But it was offside.
That one was close. That was definitely close.
The puck sat up in the air for a bit long enough to keep it offside.
Yeah, Lomansay and Esposito were trying to get back on side there. Just a little bit skate blade over the line there. Trying to get back on for that chance.
Official makes the call. And we don't have the video review that the NHL is lucky to have. You can't go back and check an offside. So the call is made. I believe it was the correct one. Held up in the neutral zone. Navy, things slow down a bit as we get into the waning moments of the first period here. And so far, the build that we expected for the ECHA playoffs really living up to it right now. Working through on Kapranov, backhand opportunity goes too high. Almost had a man near him as well. But now Villanova holds on to the puck as Lynch dumps it over, takes a big blast from Nauhaus. Sits on the side of Navy. Back at the point, just sent on in, and Beal doesn't need to do anything. It almost took a tough bounce, but doesn't go near the cage. Stolen by Villanova, almost. Now taken back in the neutral zone. You got to get back on side, but now Navy has it. Half spins back around. Stolen in the neutral zone for now. Handed up by Navy. Midshipmen trying to make something happen here. They'll dump it in. They'll get a change here in these final 30 seconds or so. Going to get one more chance for either side. Navy almost created something there. Just doesn't get that clean off. Midshipmen with 15 seconds. Again, you mentioned the forecheck of Villanova. It has been tough to deal with. Navy trying to do their best to repeat it. Slot shot. Kapranov in front. Villanova just trying to expire the final moments of period number one, and they do. 2-1 is your score. Noble and Peretti with goals for them, and Josh Reed for Navy got the first goal. So the Wildcats hold on to a lead. 2-1 is your score. 20 shots to 8 in favor of Villanova and the Wildcats. Carollo, your thoughts?
It was a strong period from both squads. I mean, Navy going up 1-0. They started the game red hot. First 5 minutes came out firing, trying to get themselves a lead, and they did, and making it 1-0. But then right after that, about maybe 2 minutes after the goal there from Navy, the Wildcats turned on the offensive juice, and the forecheck was unrelenting through the rest of that period. Elite on the forecheck, and then getting the power play goal, tying the game up at 1, and then just continuing to stay with an aggressive forecheck and keeping Navy pinned in their own zone for extended periods of time. And then you get a little bit of huck luck there, where one just finds its way to the back of the cage in the top right corner, and you take a 2-1 lead. I think both teams should be happy with that first period. Obviously, Navy have to try and tie this game up at 2. But overall, strong period from both teams and a great way to start this playoffs here in the ECHA.
And 2 power play opportunities for Villanova helped as well. They converted on the second. That was their goal. But we'll take a moment on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. An intermission, our first intermission of the ECHA playoffs. We'll be back in just a little bit. Some more playoff hockey here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Period number 2 of number 3 Villanova taking on number 6 Navy here in the ECHA Playoffs. A 2-1 lead for the Villanova Wildcats, and we have a correction. I got my 6s mixed up, and also he tried to fool me, did Evan Noble. Michael Bianco, number 16, got that goal instead of Evan Noble. Evan Noble just decided to skate first and then take the face-off. So we got a little mixed up there, but we checked the tape. Michael Bianco scored that goal for the Villanova Wildcats, and the other goal scorer is Davian Peretti. And we do want to talk about that goal for sure. Went past the shoulder of Gavin Beal. He didn't see the puck until it was basically in the cage.
He got completely screened on that shot from the point. Had his own defenseman as well as a Villanova skater right in front of him. He did not see that puck until the very last second as it was going by his glove into the top right corner. There was nothing he could have done about that one. Just could not see that at all from that shot from the point.
Could not see it. It's 11:21, so we'll keep you posted on start times for our next game, Westchester and NYU. We're somewhat on schedule.
About a half hour or so, a little bit behind.
If I had to predict, it'll be a 1:45 puck drop, but you never know. We'll see how quickly this second period of play goes along. We've still got 40 minutes of regulation hockey here on BSB as this puck sends its way down the ice and the midshipman. And we talked about the forecheck of Villanova being really strong. Chance sent in, couldn't get that tip in through. What a really strong forecheck for the Villanova Wildcats has come to fruition. 2 goals so far in this game as they wind downs and a shot in on Beal. Almost hand it down, working it towards the point. Working back over. And that is a good way to slide in to get in front of that puck for Chesson. Wildcats holding it behind the net. Back at the point now, working back to the other point. Disruption and a body. The puck still dumped, though, behind the net. The Wildcats right now facing some good defensive work from Navy, but still in the offensive zone right now. Navy just has to try to clear. And right now, as this puck gets lofted all the way up to the other side, right now Navy has done a really good job just, again, stopping Villanova. But the Wildcats right now, puck possession in this first minute or so, it's all been Villanova. They cross the blue line, shots it in off the paddings, and it'll be saved by Beal. Again, Villanova has kind of gone with the dump everything at the net strategy, and it's worked so far. As Beal will cover up for the midshipman.
Yeah, Beal has been certainly tested a lot here in this one. Has made a couple massive saves for Navy to keep this a 1-goal game, and had it a 1-0 lead at one point and was making a bunch of great saves to make it 1-0 at the time. Now down by a goal, trying to keep his team in this game. And the only thing he can do is make the saves that come at him. Unfortunately, can't score goals from all the way back there. But either way, has to try and hope that the guys in front of him can put some more offense together here and get a couple good looks.
It takes a very unique situation for a goaltender to get a goal. We've seen it a few times on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, especially in our JPL, which we'll have this summer. It's always exciting. But I don't think we're getting one today, but you never know. As Navy, again, needing that count. Haven't had a counter chance just yet in this period. Still early here in the second, and that'll be offside as we get a whistle. We'll get another face-off ensuing. Get another close face-off. Villanova playing near this blue line a good bit. Face-off will be on the far side here, or back here on the near side, actually. As Villanova was skating back, they'll get some changes on. So you'll get a near side face-off near the blue line. And Navy doesn't win it, but they do enough to just force it back towards center ice. Yeah, these midshipmen haven't been able to create offensive chances. That puck gets lost and gets back into the neutral zone. Villanova will dump. It goes off of a midshipman. They'll hold on. Try to work their way down the other side. Playing near here. Now the midshipmen get into the offensive zone. Again, all it takes is one chance for them. Still have not gotten 10 shots on goal yet. Villanova has 22, which means Beal has a 20-save afternoon so far, or a morning, actually, if you will.
Yeah, still not even 11:30 yet.
Getting there.
Here in PA.
We haven't hit the PM mark just yet in Pennsylvania, here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Navy can't create a chance there. Villanova almost had a counter, but now the midshipmen working back. Can't connect on that pass, almost had him, but Villanova in front of it. It was Butler Chesson trying to make a connection there. Navy will just send this back the other way. No icing as Kapranov comes out of his cage.
And one thing that Navy's done really well in the last few minutes, really, really active sticks in transition. And on the back check, they've done a good job of securing the blue line and not allowing Nova to get in on the last couple of rushes as they try and drive into the zone now.
Working back, almost in the slot chance. In Kapranov with the pad. Kapranov in front of it again. Covers up. He made it happen with the pad. Keeps this 2-1.
Huge couple of saves there from Kapranov. Excellent, excellent work there. Huge pad saves. Great looks there for Navy. Nearly tied this game up. 2 huge stops there by the pillows there of Kapranov. Hence why he is goaltender of the year here in the ECHA. And now finally with 10 shots on the board is Navy.
Got a couple right there. Kapranov in front. So 9 saves for him. And now back with it. Navy almost working towards the high slot. Villanova defenseman there for it. Villanova has done a great job plugging the slot as well. Now a shot from the Wildcats. It's held up on the gloves or the shoulders of Beal. Another shot sent in on Beal. Rebound shot sent in on Beal again. Almost another shot coming in. Good way to slide in front of that puck. Saved up by Rudin. And Navy chasing this hard, so a bunch of shots heading the way of Beal, but he gets in front. His netminder, again, has allowed 2 goals, but has faced a ton of pressure and has done a really good job keeping Navy in this game. Taking back the Wildcats. Almost had a connection right there. Had a player in the slot. Now it's back in the neutral zone. They will dump. Beal collects. And they'll hold on. The midshipman will with Nowhouse.
And the one thing about the Wildcat forecheck here is it comes in waves.
Yeah.
You have a couple minutes of really, really strong forechecking where they're getting pucks deep into the zone, getting a ton of shots, tons of pressure as that one goes wheeling wide of the cage. But it has just been coming in waves where it's a couple minutes here or there where it's just tons of pressure, tons of shots, tons of good looks. Then Navy starts to respond a little bit and adjust on the fly. And then Nova adjusts and they come right back in hard with a couple more good looks as that one is covered up by Beal.
Held on to by the midshipman, and it kind of feels like the moment Navy feels like they have a chance to break through it, Nova turns it right back up again. And it's kind of been really tough for Navy to adjust to this Villanova forecheck and this tough play. And this is how you have to play an academy team. They've done a good job. It went down 1-0 early in the first period. Shot went past Kapranov, and he was able to get in front of pretty much everything else, and the Villanova defense has stopped Navy from putting more pressure on him. We'll see if they can do something right here. Tried to work that towards the other side, couldn't do so. It's back in the neutral zone. Midshipman will just dump again. Kapranov went for it, and that puck is deflected and out of play with 14:54 in period number 2.
And one thing for Navy that at least I've seen here throughout this second period so far, still with 14:54 left to go, is the passes have been bouncing a lot on them. They haven't been tape to tape as crisp as they've needed to be, and they're just hopping a little bit, maybe gripping the sticks a little tight right now. Have to try and just ease up a little bit on them and try and make them a little bit crisper. Had a good look to try and send this to the opposite side point, and it just ended up hopping. And you got to just try and keep that away.
Intercepted by Navy. It can be that playoff pressure, right? You kind of feel like you have to tighten up a little bit more than you have to, especially when you have a lead, you go down 2, you can kind of feel a little bit of that pressure. But given some of the naval training that happens, I don't know if pressure exists to these guys, so we'll see. Far side action, just made that pass, didn't have a fellow teammate with him, and the Wildcats will go back the other side. And trying to get things going. Villanova playing back a bit, waiting for this counter by Navy. And Villanova, again, can afford to be a bit conservative here as this will go down for an icing. They can kind of play a bit back more. They have the 2-1 lead. Again, goals are hard to come by in playoff games, and right now they've got 2 of them. So they do have the luxury of being able to kind of play back, but this goes down for an icing, so it'll be a face-off in favor of Villanova on the Navy defensive zone.
Especially the way both goaltenders have been playing so far. Like you said, goals hard to come by. Beal has stood on his head even though he's allowed 2. He's already faced 26 shots. He's 24 for 26 so far already, and we're not even halfway through this second period.
You cannot complain about 24 for 26 in this kind of setting against a team like this a lot of the time. Navy just has to create some offense there. There's another shot against Beal, and he will collect and cover up. facing that pressure, so you get another face-off. Navy will get a whole unit swap here. 13:53 left to go in the second. The midshipmen have been on this side of the ice a lot, trying to stop that trend. We approach the middle point of the second. Just too far in front right there. Poked out, held up at the point, shot sent in, that's wide. Now Villanova almost had an opportunity to counter. The midshipmen have to get back on side, and they'll just dump it back the other way. Try to collect that way, but a good tap. We'll see if they can make some space here. Pass behind to Davis. Chance sent in, and the midshipmen able to cover or just get it out of there, and the net will get dislodged. So we will have to reset, and we'll get another face-off. Haven't seen a ton of net dislodging in this game. You get one right there. We've seen it a lot in our other BSB games where the net comes off a lot. I see it a lot at the junior level as well. Steel Ice Center, these nets are tied high on the rearings.
Yeah, those pegs do not like to stay on sometimes.
We'll get another whistle and a hand pass. But we'll go back the other side. We'll reset. And whoever's on the playlist are doing a fantastic job in this game. I just have to point that out. Face-off will go to the bench of Nova.
Some great music choices so far here in this one.
He's distracting me. I can't focus when I hear Big Eddie come on. Navy almost had an opportunity, and Villanova again. Every time Navy's kind of entered the zone, Villanova has been able to disrupt it. And another puck gets sent down the other side, and another icing. Here with 13:03. So we're near the middle point of this second period as we're near the middle point of the 11 o'clock hour. So another face-off on the side of the Wildcats. Villanova, located just outside of Philadelphia. Face-off coming up here. Midshipman coming from Annapolis, Maryland, all the way down to Bethlehem. Poked down just wide of the cage, though. So no connection, no chance. So nothing coming out of that. Hit up high. Villanova trying to work here. It'll be collected in the neutral zone by the midshipmen. The Wildcats try to dump this down, and a big hit near the glass. A jam for it. Villanova looking for a skater there, but no one there. Try to make a connection in the low slot. Gets sent down on the boards. And it'll be another icing. There has been quite a bit of icing in this game that we could open a bakery. Goes down the other way for a face-off.
Nice little baker's dozens of icings here in this game.
It feels like 13 sometimes.
I think it's been close. I think it's been close. We had a lot in the first in the first period or so. For the first 10 minutes, I think we had about 4 or 5.
So we've had about 4 or 5 right. We're approaching a whole baker's dozen. And we love talking about bagels in New Jersey as well. So that's what we do. We're a little far from bagel heaven.
A little far from the Garden State right now.
Just about. Not too far, though.
Only about a 45-minute drive for us here. Yours was a little longer, John.
Not as bad. It's about an hour 5.
That's not terrible.
As I for sure went the speed limit on the highway today. Neutral zone play held up by Navy. And it'll be covered up by Kapranov. But Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Again, a lot of factories around here. That's why this is called the Steel Ice Center. A lot of steel work. There's steel on the walkways here. They use the local material to build this place.
And it's a great venue here, too, at the Steel Stacks for a lot of concerts and performances.
Right. I knew I'd been here before. Shots in and wide. Just trying to remember. A lot of concerts out here for sure. You think of Philadelphia for all that stuff, but there's some good places like this one right here. A lot to do out here in this area of Bethlehem, as that's, again, out of play and into the benches. Again, the ECHA Playoffs. We're in the quarterfinals here. We've got some great matchups coming up later today. I'll be here with you for Westchester and NYU. That'll be our number 2, number 7 matchup. Our number 4 and 5, I'll leave you for that one. Drexel and George Mason will play. And then Rhode Island takes on Lehigh. Official times will come later, but that's expected around 4:30. Those two games to begin our second game right now. Our original puck drop was for 1:15, but we'll see exactly how close we get to the original puck drop. Depends how this one ends up rolling out in this 2-1 hockey game here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Chance sent up. Navy trying to hold this at the point, but two Villanova bodies there. Couldn't get the puck out of there, though. Looking against Kapranov, heads on in. It's just near the post, my goodness. It just dribbled near the post. Couldn't get that through. Navy was right there. Kapranov got in front of it enough, but there was an opening, and the puck just sat and rolled for a moment and could not tap it in for the midshipmen. Net dislodged for a second, as we'll get another face-off, but a good chance for Navy. Trying to pick it up here as we get to the second period.
Yeah, that puck sat right in the blue paint, and Kapranov was able to get the pad down just enough to make that save. A big one there on Navy. Nearly tied this game up yet again. He's made a couple big ones here in the second period so far.
He's doing what he does. Again, the goaltender of the year. Villanova also has the Rookie of the Year. Big jam forward. Hand is up. We'll get a whistle and a penalty.
Looks like a holding call, or a holding and a roughing potentially. Might have two penalties.
Right. It's either coincidentals or it's two on the same. So we'll see exactly how they roll this up. It looks like it'll be two penalties. So the first one that we know of will go against Butler Chesson. And then for Villanova, be Luke Carfey. So two penalties, one on each team. And Carollo, we've been waiting for this one. We've been waiting for 4-on-4 hockey, the best kind of hockey.
Some would argue 3-on-3. Some would argue 5-on-5. I mean, you love your 4-on-4.
You don't want to get into the 3-on-3 debate right after the Olympics because there was a lot of. I mean, it ended up leading to some pretty cool stuff, obviously, and great stuff for the USA. But when you've got teams that play in space, I think this gives advantage to Villanova. You have a lot of fast skaters. It doesn't really benefit a physical team like Navy, but we'll see what they're able to do. In some situations, 4-on-4 can almost feel like a power play for certain teams.
Yeah,
because
it
of
certainly
the speed.
can.
You have so much more space on the ice. And obviously not as much as 3-on-3, but 4-on-4 still feels like regular hockey, but it just has more space. That's why I like it so much.
I mean, we're pretty accustomed to watching a ton of 4-on-4 hockey with the Jersey Pro League the last couple of years, swapping to 5-on-5 last year for the first time. As it's taken here by Villanova. They're able to get this puck back. But like I was saying, I mean, with 4-on-4, it gives a lot of room, obviously. But I think with Navy, I mean, we saw their PK, how good it was being down a man. And as that one quickly taken
high
away.
And out of play right there for Villanova.
Yeah, beautiful look. Beautiful look as I was talking there, and a huge save there by Beal. Just an absolute beautiful save there with the blocker. But like I was saying, with Navy, some of their best chances that they've had, or at least looks to try and get things out of the zone, get opportunities going the other way, have been on the PK.
Yeah.
I mean, Villanova was stymied on the power play and wasn't able to create really any chances before that one going back the other way quickly. And we still have about a minute left to go, a 4-on-4, and right now, Navy has the puck.
Navy holds on in their own defensive zone. Villanova just hit them with their best shot, could not connect. Let's see if Navy can do that. There's a shot on Kapranov and a save right on the paddings. So now Villanova will try to take it back the other way. Hit on the boards, still recovering. Villanova can get a good look if they work quickly here. Winding around the cage here, may have a connection, just taps it back over. Body in front, just falls down, couldn't stay on his skates. Loses a stick as well as he works his way back. Trying to get a new stick, makes that connection. Lynch will get a new stick. Some help from his team. Now Navy looking, still 22 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey, then we'll get back to 5-on-5. There's no delays here. Bouncing up on the boards. Chaining hard all the way down as Wheeler. That stick is still back there. That will get cleared up by the next stoppage. But still a skate. So there's a skate behind the board, behind the goal of Navy. Held up. Navy crossing the blue line. Can't make that connection. Just falling down again. And Villanova will look to try to maybe take advantage here. Got to watch out for the stick, too. Puck might have dribbled on the stick as well. Right now it's a hazard on the ice. Villanova will hold up in the neutral zone. That is Tom Lynch's stick back there still. The captain's stick. Keeping it on. Villanova couldn't get back on side in time, so it'll be held up by Navy. The puck gets lofted high, defies gravity, and gets sent back all the way down. Navy chasing hard. Two players hit each other hard into the boards. Still a physical brand of hockey by both teams.
That was Ray Sun and Gannon Austin who came together back there.
Navy couldn't connect, and we've seen those two players make a lot of hits in this game already. I believe that's the first time we've seen them collide in this contest. We've had 20-minute intermissions, 20 minutes of hockey per period. Bounced on the boards. Nova trying to chase hard here. Back in the neutral zone. Sticked up. Almost got him high. Off a body. Kapranov will cover with 7:58. And we've got some discussions in hockey curriculars occurring near the crease. So we'll clear that up. We'll make sure everybody has a fine and dandy disagreement. We'll get a face-off back at the other end as both teams will get a platoon swap here. At this point, I usually make the joke about they're talking about what they're going to get for dinner, but they're going to talk about lunch this time. It's
yeah.
In terms of what time we got. Unless if you eat lunch a bit earlier than this.
You know, I am curious on what the pregame meal was this morning with such an early game.
It's a tough one because you have to be here early as well. Chance sent in and high, and that will go off of Kapranov. What time do you eat in this situation? Maybe 7?
Probably sometime around that. Maybe if it's a 10 a.m. puck drop, I mean, roughly 10:30. But let's just say
you were
planned at
expecting
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Maybe 8:30 at the latest, I would say. Depends on when you get up.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of depends on if you were already here or if you made the drive up this morning.
Depends.
I assume both these teams were probably here last night.
Yeah.
So got a good night's rest at least and got whatever they got this morning. I assume some sort of protein at least, some eggs, maybe? I assume.
At least get a banana.
Yeah.
Off of the feet right there of O'Brien. Now, I'm sure there's at least one player on the ice right now that just chugged the black coffee and called it a day. Well, we'll see.
Either that or a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Or a Monster.
Whatever
of some
you
kind.
pick. Whatever your carbonated caffeination choice is. Whatever you decide. Chance sent in. I don't think anybody's doing my tea ritual. Working past the blue line here. Crossing over towards the point. We'll dump this through as he faces physical pressure. Villanova. And neither team getting a ton of chances in these last few minutes or so. It's just been physical back and forth. Swaps from neutral zone sides to neutral zone sides. But now Navy, shot sent in. Kapranov will collect with 6:57. And then comes the face-off. And Carollo, my broadcast partner, opted to warm up a little bit, threw on the suit jacket. So now he's outdressing me.
Chilly.
He's outdressing me. It's okay. It happens.
It got chilly in here a little
Yeah.
bit. I mean, it was cold this morning. It
was
really nice, 50 degrees outside now. Beautiful day outside.
Yeah.
Finally some sun.
I'm going to take a stroll in between periods here, just to warm up my feet a little bit.
Yeah, it got chilly in here pretty fast when I walked in here this morning to start the setup for the broadcast.
Right.
Definitely cold. Definitely cold.
So if you're cozy with your hot chocolate at home, be thankful because it's cold. Shot sent in. And Kapranov almost tried to glove that up. It gets out. Navy with some close opportunities. This puck goes sky high. Handed back up. Just able to keep that puck in the possession of the Naval Academy for just a moment. Chasing hard for this puck. It'll go down in another icing. And I think we've reached our baker's dozen.
Certainly seems that way as, like you said, another icing call here. Shots 29-15 right now in favor of Nova, and they've got that 1-goal, 2-1 lead right now. And like you said before, John, very back and forth right now.
Yeah.
I mean, neither team has really had a couple good looks back-to-back. Navy's had a few here and there, but trying to get sustained pressure, that hasn't really happened so far.
On either side. Still a 2-1 game. No goals in this second period. Oh, no rebound chance there for Navy as well. Another stick gets dislodged, so we'll see how long that one stays on the ice. Looks like not for long. He's trying to pick it back up. He just kept getting poked away from him. But Navy just trying to slow things down on the other side of the ice here. Again, sustained pressure has not been a thing here. And a big body just collected him. Still trying to get up on the ice. And just couldn't make that pass with enough juice on it to get it towards his left. Sent it right towards a midshipman. Now Villanova with numbers. Pass in, and it goes past. It was tipped in by a midshipman. Went in off of Jason Fisher, it looked like. It was sent in on a pass attempt, and it went off the stick of a midshipman and through the net. 3-1. Goal looked like it may be credited for Villanova. We'll confirm Colin Sullivan, but it is an own goal.
Sullivan was the one who shot that, and that is just a bad break there for Fisher. I mean, tried to deflect it, and if he was on the other side of the ice, would have been a perfect deflection.
Right.
Went right through the 5-hole there of Beal, and just a bad break there for Navy. After some good chances on the other side. And it will go to Sullivan. He will get credit for the goal, even though it was a own goal. And that is just a tough bounce. A tough bounce there for Jackson Fisher.
Tough one.
Or Jason Fisher, excuse me.
Yep. Tough one. So Sullivan ends up getting a goal out of it, and it probably one of the easier goals of his Villanova career. Because he was waiting for that pass. He was watching his teammate on the other side. Couldn't remember exactly who it was expecting a pass, and it might have ended up a goal anyway. But Fisher was in front trying to just deflect it. And it was a pass attempt that didn't have a ton on it. It kind of bounced on the side of the puck and ended up going on the stick of Fisher, which is what he wanted to do. It just ended up being that exact trajectory and ended up being an own goal. So it was good positioning by Fisher, just the puck luck. And all there's talk about puck luck again. Could not connect.
Nova has had the ice tilt in terms of the puck luck right now. I mean, if you're Nova, you'll take it. You'll take anything you can get, especially with that goal. I mean, you will take whatever comes to you here in this one. And getting a little bit of luck there.
Yeah, again, they definitely enjoyed. Maybe it's a Pennsylvania thing. Villanova's enjoyed it so far. And that's a sole goal of period number 2. Couldn't wrap around and find a pass there with under 5 left to go here in the second. But Villanova, I mean, even have gotten a couple shots with a body in front for a goal that Beal didn't even see. They got the opportunity through that, and then the own goal now. Winding down the other way. Almost a great move to get past that defender, but Navy standing tall. Poked out by Beal. And now Navy will have to try to counter here on the rush. The midshipman couldn't get that on the stick. So now Navy will have to reset back here. A good body tap from Noble, who does not have a goal. That goal was to Bianco before. Nova with O'Brien with a beautiful pass back the other way, but Beal gets out in front of it. Beautiful pass, but a beautiful save. And now Nova will go back down, holding it up on the near side. That's how you know I've done a lot of Nova stuff. I'm calling them Nova. Back on the other way, behind the net. And the body disrupts that for a moment as Villanova trying to reset. But they might have a chance right here. The Wildcats shot. Beal's there. Puck deflected again. And again, you see 3-1 on the scoreline, but I would say Gavin Beal's had a fantastic day.
Oh, yeah, he's had a great evening, or not evening, morning or afternoon.
I do that all the time. I say night, had a great night. We love saying it, but he's been fantastic. And Kapranov hasn't had to face a ton, but he's also been good. But Beal has just, I mean, if Beal has
he's stopped 29 of 32.
Right, if Beal has an average day, this could be a 5-1, 6-1 game right now.
Oh, yeah. He just made a couple of massive saves there for Navy, and like you said, could be more than what this lead is right now if it wasn't for him in net.
Right, and you have to take a look, right, when you look at Villanova, and they've got to get past this team, but they look really good right now. But they've got these offensive chances, and they've just faced really good goaltending. They're a team to watch for in these ECHA playoffs, and a lot of talk about URI, but Villanova, they are right there in the hunt for this ECHA postseason.
And speaking of URI, I mean, they snagged the number 1 seed right at the buzzer, taking it from Westchester, who had number 1 for quite some time.
Yep.
and snagged it right in the final game of the season for URI to take that number 1 spot and be the 1 seed here in the ECHA playoffs. We'll see them later tonight, and Westchester in our next game coming up here as they take on NYU in just a little bit.
Again, we still got, about 2.5 minutes here, another period. So we've got plenty of hockey left for you here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. And Navy with some numbers as that goes wide of Kapranov in the nets. Navy got a 3-on-1 right there. Just could not convert. Just took a quick shot early in that play. It wraps around. So again, it's always great. I mean, my favorite days of postseasons, obviously you have the championships that are always fun. But that first day when you get to see everybody, every team play, and we'll have it for you here on our YouTube channel here, but it's just great to get a look at every team. You get a gauge for how everyone's, been playing. It's always great when you got a quadruple header on quarterfinal Saturday right here.
And for me, the way to describe quarterfinals like this, enthralling chaos.
Yes.
Enthralling chaos.
Hope you're enthralled by us right now on this stream, and this is great hockey that we've been able to witness right now. We've got plenty here. And a chance for Villanova. Beautiful sliding stop. Great work from Sam Zimmerman. Stick is lost again. We've had a few lost sticks. And we get a whistle.
And it's another penalty here. It's going to be an interference call, this time on Nova. And it's going to be Noble going to the box.
So Noble, who we thought scored a goal, did not. He did stop a goal. That we can confirm that he did stop a goal. But he gets a penalty, and Navy, they need this one, right? And if this doesn't last, if they don't score on this, it will bleed into period number 3. They're down by 2. They need an offensive shock to their offense.
And the thing about Nova, though, they have the best penalty kill in the ACHA Division 1. You have to score if you're Navy on this. Not necessarily must score, but if you score, it changes the complexion of the entire third period.
Right, and Corolla did not say ECHA. All of the ACHA. It's Villanova, number 1 in terms of penalty kill. An impressive unit, so it's not like getting a man advantage is an easy opportunity here, and you can see exactly why Villanova has such a good penalty kill right now. They have players with enough stamina and speed to just cause pressure. Usually a lot of penalty kill units allow you to kind of work in your defensive zone to get back, and they play back a lot. Villanova right now, it's only been 30 seconds, but they have an aggressive penalty kill, it looks like, and they just cleared this puck down the ice, and Beal comes out of his cage with 47 seconds left to go in period number 2. Navy back with it. The midshipmen will have a little bit left in period number 3 if they don't score of this power play. Kapranov gets in front. The puck stays under his glove. 1:06 on the power play, 33.4 left in regulation of the second period.
And the net came off its mooring as well.
Yeah. We'll get to put that back on. You get a face-off in the offensive zone for Navy. ECHA postseason, a great game 1 already. Face-off goes down. Back at the point for Navy. The midshipmen holding on. Nova with some tough bodies. B. Peretti, one of the goal scorers, disrupting all of that. It's Sky down towards the other side. Navy will corral back in their own end of the defensive zone. Working slow here with 11 seconds left in period number 2. Looking to create one more offensive rush right here. Nova disrupting. Puck gets sent down all the way towards the other side, and that will expire the final moments of the second period. So 33 seconds Navy will have in the third period to start off of a man advantage, but 3-1 Navy. They give up an own goal in that period, only 1 goal in period number 2, and Navy, they've got some work to do, but they'll have a man advantage to start the third.
Yeah, they certainly will. Shots 32-17 in favor of Villanova right now, and the 3-1 lead as well. As we'll step aside here after the second period. I mean, it was a good one there for Nova. Got some good puck luck there, like I mentioned throughout the period. That bouncer right off the stick of Fisher hopped right through the 5-hole there of Beal, and the only goal of the second period. It was very even for about 15 minutes.
Yep.
For about 15 minutes, it was a very even back and forth second period. I mean, the first 5 minutes or first 2 or 3 minutes or so was a lot of pressure there from Nova, but then after that, it was dead even. throughout the entire second period, and then that goal goes in, and it just is what it is. I mean, it's a tough bounce there for Navy, and you got to try and find a way to claw yourself back into this game in the third period and get two to try and tie it.
They may just need the puck luck to change a little bit in period number 3. Villanova's had a lot of it, and they've created their own luck as well. But we'll see how period number 3 rolls out. We'll step aside for just a moment here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Villanova and Navy, the final period coming up in just a bit. Our journey has come to its final period here in the ECHA playoffs. Villanova taking on Navy. Number 3 taking on number 6. Navy will start off with 33 seconds of a power play. They're down 3-1. The Wildcats have put up 3 goals in this quarterfinal opening game. For them, the number 3 seed coming in with high expectations, looking to prove that maybe they could have competed for a number 1 spot this season. And the Wildcats of Villanova, the just outside of Pennsylvania kids, come in and have played well against Navy. The Naval Academy, though, they have a lot to play for. The number 6 team coming into this ECHA playoffs have really competed hard. They have not been able to counter the forecheck of Villanova so far, but got some really good looks near the end of that second period. And they have a man advantage to start things out. They can establish momentum and get Villanova off of their toes. But Villanova has the best power play in the nation, or the best penalty kill in the nation. So what's going to happen in these next 33 seconds? And the final 20 minutes of period number 3. I'm John McCooch, joined alongside Carrillo Pascal for this adventure between Villanova and Navy. Let's go.
It's been a great game so far. I mean, start of this third period, still have 22 seconds left on the power play here for Navy. Have to try and find a way to get a couple shots on goal here as the seconds tick off the power play clock here.
It's not a must-score power play, but it's a must-momentum creation power play, if you will, however you want to phrase that. I'll find a way another time. Shot at the point, potentially. Half spin, looking near the point. Passes it back over towards the other side of the circle. An opportunity. Couldn't get that on the stick. There's some momentum. Open look. Couldn't keep that on. Even strength now between these two squads. And a quick change for Navy on the other end. So even strength. Villanova expires the man advantage. And also just to let you know, Carrillo may leave in the middle of this one, and I'll let you know what he does.
We'll have to see. Might have to get on out of here in just a bit. Trying to see if we end this period before about 12:45. We'll see.
We'll give it a shot, and here's a shot and gloved up by Beal, who's been fantastic. 30 saves for him on the day. We'll see if that one goes down as 31. He's given up 3 goals, but he's still been fantastic and is the reason that Navy is still in this game in the first place, and it will go down as his 31st save of the day and the morning.
Yeah, may have to jet on out of here. Still with a little bit of time left on the clock. Got another game to go to.
Right.
All of us busy here at BSB, besides just doing our thing here for Breakout Sports Broadcasting.
You got some things to do. I've got to be somewhere later too, but I'll be here for the first 2.
You and your work for MLB Network for spring training stuff.
This is actually hockey is back, actually. So
that is also true.
We've been doing a lot of spring training stuff, but I'm back on the hockey highlights. So I go from hockey to hockey today.
Hockey to more hockey.
Hockey to more hockey. And wouldn't want it any other way, obviously. But right now the focus is Villanova and Navy. And Navy got a chance opportunity on the power play before. Couldn't convert on it. Just couldn't get a shot off of that stick. Kapronov has been fantastic, but his defense has been just as good. As that puck goes all the way out of play, so a souvenir. We'll see if they collect it and keep it or if they'll give it back. They'll put it back. I'm shocked. I usually keep the puck. I'm shocked. Yeah, Villanova, as much as I talk about my Seton Hall ship, Villanova has always been a great sportsmanship kind of school. The fans have always been great. It's a rivalry, and it is a tough rivalry, but fan to fan, it's always been just a lot of fun.
And I think they're going to talk about this face-off and where it's going to end up being. But while we wait for going back to that chance there for Navy before, on that one-timer on the power play, as seconds were winding down on the power play.
They'll advance it.
They'll advance it, and it'll end up in the Nova zone. But on that look there for Navy, like I mentioned in the second, the puck bounced right as soon as they were taking that one-timer shot. It's got to stay flat on that one-timer if you want to connect on it, and it just bounced just enough to not have a chance on goal.
The Navy, there's a shot from the midshipman that gets saved by Kapronov and goes up top. But, we've seen it all game, right? That puck, like you mentioned, and it's a good point, it hasn't been flat. They haven't been able to get those clean passes, and it hasn't been crisp. And a shot in that goes wide. Crisp pass from Villanova, backhanded, it just gets flipped up and around the cage right there. So the Wildcats, they're just trying to keep some pressure on as that puck goes into the bench of Navy and out of play. That puck has gone there a few times. Again, they try to kind of push that pass up on the backhand side, and it goes awry, it goes away. Again, the passes have not been crisp for Navy. If you get a couple more crisp passes here, this could be a tie hockey game.
Yeah, it certainly could be. I mean, it's been close back and forth here throughout this game. They've had a couple good looks, just haven't been able to find another way to get one past Kapronov, who's been stout in net. I mean, he hasn't been tested all that much, only 19 shots on goal. But still, a couple good looks as they get another one here.
Trying to get one through. Kapronov tries to get in front of it, but they score. Navy scores. So the midshipmen not done yet here in the quarterfinal.
Just as we were talking about it, Navy finds a way to drive in with a quick breakout the other way. And it's going to be a goal there for the 11 of Butler Chesson with a beautiful finish as Kapronov was sliding across. Chesson able to put that one through 5-hole and get it past him. And for Navy, that's what you have to do to get back in this game. Get Kapronov moving and drive in with a quick rush like Villanova's been doing all game long and try and repeat what they've been doing against them.
And that's exactly what just happened right there. Butler Chesson had 18 goals in the regular season. The goal leader for Navy, the big scorer, comes up clutch. Still one goal necessary, though, to tie this puppy up for the midshipmen. But that's a great start. When you talk about the first 33 seconds on the power play, you had to create some momentum. They did that, and now they've scored a goal. Villanova countered last time. So we'll see what Navy can do. Now you've got a real hockey game right here in period number 3. And this is what you expect and want in the quarterfinal. ECHA Playoffs here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Villanova couldn't get that pass online. We've got a stick on the ice as well. There falls down Kapronov, keeps it on his stick. He got the whistle. See if they pull Kapronov. Then they will. Kapronov will come out of his net, so it'll be a delayed penalty against Navy. And after scoring a goal, that's not what you want to see, but Villanova will try to hold on. So a 6-on-5 opportunity right here. We'll see if Navy can stop this, and they'll touch up on the puck, so that will cause the penalty. Villanova killed a few seconds there. They'll get 2 minutes of a man advantage with 16:52, and the penalty will go against Ray Sun.
And it's going to be a tripping call here on Sun as somebody's broken stick has to be given back to the Navy bench, so some loose laundry given back to its rightful owner.
I don't know if I've ever thrown my stick in the laundry. I don't think it could fit in my washing machine.
Maybe a vertical one it might fit.
I don't
have one. It might be close. Depends on the size of the stick, I would guess.
Yeah, I don't have one. Not a Kapronov stick right there.
Oh, definitely not.
But now you've got a man advantage. We talk about how good the penalty kill is for Villanova. They've got a pretty good power play as well. They've scored on it in this game. And almost sent that in past Beal, who again's been really good. Circle opportunity. They'll feed it back over near the point now. Held up at the top of the blue line. Back towards his right. Here's a shot chance. Beal's able to stop that. Almost on the rebound. Couldn't convert. So Villanova will look to reset at the top. 1:23 left on the power play. Working it back towards the right point. High circle shot. Can't score off that one. It's deflected. So Navy looking to clear here.
That was a big block there from Bobby Cunningham. As he'll go off to the bench in a little bit of pain there. Ailing from that block shot, got it right into the leg.
It's what you do in the playoffs. Sometimes you got to give it up. Body's on the line. Body's out for Navy in front of this Villanova rush. And diving down there for it were the midshipmen. Under 50 seconds left to go in this power play. Navy trying to work shorthanded. They brought it back down to the other side. We'll kill some time here. Nova looking back. We'll feed this up towards the left side. A lot of bodies on this side of the ice for Villanova. They'll have to spread out eventually. Holding on to it is Davis. Almost behind the cage here. Davis back with it. Looking for Reagan. Reagan back to Davis. Davis, shot sent in. It's just off. Back to Peretti. Shot sent in. Hand is up. So Navy will get something here. We'll get a chance. Peretti is taken away.
It's time for your favorite hockey again here, John.
For 12 seconds.
12 seconds. We get 4-on-4.
Penalty will go on Davey and Peretti. And it's such a tough play, right? Because you get right back onto the ice and you have that 12 seconds. You have to think about jailbreak opportunities here when you look at it from the Navy perspective.
Well, I mean, the faceoff is going to be in the zone here.
Right, it depends on the faceoff, but you have to just make sure you account for that extra man when he comes back onto the ice. Because, again, it's only 12 seconds. You head into the faceoff thinking that you're in this 4-on-4 situation, but it's really about to be 5-on-5 in 3 seconds right here. So now you have to reset your assignments and account for this extra man. We'll see if Villanova can kind of adjust. They'll get a change on as well.
Now onto the power play now. Fifth man comes out here for Navy.
Yep. So now a 5-on-4. So you have to switch from 4-on-4 to penalty kill, basically. Navy sent in. Net's dislodged. Kapranov's in front of it, but the net's dislodged. It was a good chance for Navy.
That was a beautiful look. Beautiful look on that backhander. Kapranov got just enough to knock it off the outside of the post, and then the net came off on that slide. Good look there, though, for Navy.
Good look with 14:33 left to go in period number 3. Final period of action. Navy down by a goal with a face-off and a power play. 1:29 of it. And we'll try again.
Set up and do it again here on that draw.
Still there were some discussions on the Villanova bench side of things.
And the clock is was running there for a couple seconds, so we might have to reset the clock for a few.
Oh, boy.
About 3 seconds or so. I've got 14:32 up on the clock here.
Right now we've got 14:20. I believe that's a 9.
Either a 9 or an 8. We'll have to see.
Well, either way, they want to try. And I'm hearing 3. I'm hearing 5 more seconds. You have, what, 14:32?
Yeah. We'll have to see what they put this back up to. Maybe 3 seconds.
14:32.
14:32. On the money.
Bang. We have the right time at BSB.
We know how to click a mouse to run the clock here.
Just a bit. It's a very simple thing. You just click resume, click pause. Try to get back to action here on this power play for Navy. And for Navy, you had a ton of momentum, and now you kind of get stalled here by this clock issue.
Yeah, it gives the Nova players a little bit of a breather.
And they're discussing. They're game planning right now.
Yep.
Got a big penalty kill, the biggest penalty kill of this game thus far for Villanova, and really for either side.
And still not a must score here for Navy, but you would certainly take it to tie this game up here with 1:24 left to go.
See if they're ready to roll now.
I think they're trying to fix the penalty clock since that rolled on as well.
Right.
I'm not sure if that got fixed.
Get that back to 1:27, I would imagine. If it's 3 seconds of game time, it's 3 seconds of penalty time. As Westchester and NYU watch this in angst. They're the next game up.
Westchester down over to the left side of the Navy bench right now.
Yeah, they're just watching this game.
And indeed, the clock is fixed. We are good to
Here we
go.
Because the winner of this game may just be your next opponent.
And don't forget, there's reseeding after the quarterfinals, so we'll have to see how that goes afterwards, as that one, a big rebound there, let up off the wall.
Shot was sent in, but again, no rebound chance. It had a bit of space in that cage. Working past the circle here. He gets somewhere. Shot over. Couldn't get that just clean enough. It's a good look. Kapranov comes out. He'll just cover up. They tap the goaltender. Bodies up. Good skated by the officials to break that up.
Yeah,
whatever
quick
that may
there.
have been.
Yeah, the Lions people are able to get there swiftly.
What do you trade for? 14:06 left to go. So 14 minutes to see if Navy can make a comeback in this game or if Nova is going to extend their lead or hold on.
And still 1:02 left to go on this power play. Shots 38-23 right now.
The Wildcats really putting a ton of pressure on. Circle opportunity, shots it in. It just goes off of the nets. Had the open look, but hit the nets. We saw that about a couple weeks ago or a week ago.
That was Chesson with the look again.
Yep.
Trying to find that one-timer. He didn't get all of it. Went off the backside of his blade. Didn't get it pure and didn't get everything he wanted. Could have tied this game at 3.
Could have. And it gets sent back down by the Wildcats as they work on the penalty kill. It's Nathan McKinnon cringes.
Yeah, shades of that.
Yeah,
really,
wasn't
it
as
did go off the
close.
outside of the net.
Yeah, same spot on the net. Wasn't as close. Here comes Chesson again trying to make a pass happen. Villanova with 20 seconds left on this penalty kill. Almost a chance right there, had it. And Navy just trying to set up an opportunity with this man advantage. But Nova, the best power play of the ACHA, best penalty kill of the ACHA. Successful with 3 seconds left on it. Almost back to even strength, and we are. So 5-on-5 hockey. Back in this quarterfinal game. Off the pads of Kapranov. Villanova. It's been a while since they've had a chance to rush. Looking to do so now. but it's all the way down towards Villanova's defensive zone. Bodied back in the corner. And another big hit by Navy. The midshipman right now, again, it's still even strength, but Navy does have the advantage of having a lot of momentum gained on that power play. We'll see if they can work with it, or Villanova can kind of gain it back here. They work back into the swing of things right now. You had that stoppage with the clock. Puck is sent down the ice here with Davis jostling for it for the Wildcats. Villanova trying to bounce this off. Davis back with it, and now Villanova may have an opportunity right here. Here's a shot, just goes off of the netting. Couldn't connect on that shot.
That's a great look there for Villanova. Caught in a 2-on-1 chance the other way. That was a beautiful rush the other direction. Great outlet pass, driving swiftly the other direction. Kind of caught Navy in a little bit of a standstill there on that rush.
And the icing with no cake here with 11:51, but definitely caught them. It was the look you want to get if you're Nova. Couldn't get it done. So still 3-2. Nova still leads. Fans not agreeing with the icing call. It'll be a face-off on the way for Navy in the offensive zone. Again, have had some chances, have had some good looks, trying to get past Kapranov here, who's 22 of 24. He's not faced as much pressure as Beal. And as great as Kapranov's been, Beal has been right there with him for Navy, so we'll see if he can stand tall for the remainder of this game. But taken back by Nova. They'll have to get work back on side, though. Big shoulder, and now Navy may have an opportunity if they work quick enough. Right back to Chesson. Chesson with a shot. It goes off of the netting again on the backside.
And we're going to get another penalty behind the play. I think this is going to be on Navy again.
Yep, it's on Navy. They didn't have time to pull the netminder, and Navy touches up, and it'll be another penalty. Could be on Chesson. No, it's on Laughlin.
Yeah, 5 of Laughlin's going to go to the box.
One of the all-stars for Navy.
It's going to be a roughing call.
Yeah.
Not an ideal situation here for Navy.
Not at all. And Villanova, again, we talk about their power play as well, and their special teams overall has been fantastic. And now they've got a chance. And as much as we've kind of been mentioning must-score situations, this could be an icing goal for the Wildcats if they're able to get something right here.
And if you're Navy here, you got to push for a shorthanded goal a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be out of position and take yourself out of the play and getting back and give Nova a chance on the rush here on the power play, but you got to apply a little bit of pressure here shorthanded and try and see if you can get one going the other way.
Sitting on your heels does nothing for you. It just kills 2 minutes of game time. Shots it in, tipped it in, he scores! Villanova on the power play! The Wildcats lead 4-2. Naraki with the goal. John Naraki taps it in, and Villanova and the Wildcats much closer to a quarterfinal victory.
What a deflection there by Naraki, who just found a way to get to the net front unmarked there and tap that one in. I don't know if he even got that with his stick. That might have actually gone off of his shoulder or part of his body.
I think it tapped it on the backside of the stick there, but I mean, we can look at it after the game, and you can hit rewind on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. But I don't think you want to do that because this is great. Icing on the play here, so we do get a moment to breathe with 10:53. But a goal from John Naraki could be the icing goal. Had 15 coming into the postseason here in the ECHA Playoffs. It'll be 16 total in his regular season, or his total season campaign. Navy working back at the point, and Navy is not out of it. It's not the end for Navy here. They've still got 10:44 to work with here in this game, and we've seen them counter Nova before. But Villanova in a really good spot right now, up 4-2 with a goal in the middle of this third period. The Wildcats trying to work back here and counter. Navy still applying some pressure. Just have to turn it into offensive chances if they can. But Villanova took advantage of the power play. The all-star, Patrick Laughlin, ended up giving up a penalty that ended up being that 4-2 goal off the stick of John Naraki. 40 shots to 25 in favor of the Wildcats. Beal so far 36 of 40. And one of those goals being an own goal, actually. So, big chances. Villanova's created them. But Kapranov has done enough for Villanova, and he's done plenty for them this season. Shot sent in high. Navy with a chance here, sending that in on the rebound. No! Kapranov stands tall. Shot sent in against Kapranov. Rebound opportunity. No, Kapranov gets in front of it again. Dmitry Kapranov.
Man, what a save there from Kapranov. That rebound chance went right to a Navy skater.
Punched away by Nova.
Beautiful, beautiful save.
Fantastic from the goaltender of the year, ECHA. Just fantastic stuff from him. This puck gets cleared all the way down the other side of the ice. Hand is up for icing, and they will take it. 9:29 left to go in period number 3. As the clock ticks for Carollo and his journey to Middletown. And the clock ticks in this game with Villanova up 4-2. Face-off will go the way in the offensive zone for Navy, and they need it after the icing. The 4-3 goal would have to come a bit quicker. Navy looking to make something happen here. Kapranov in front of another chance right there. This puck gets sent all the way down the ice. And we'll get another icing. 40-29 is your shot total. This afternoon tilt. So another face-off. The side here, Villanova defensively trying to make things happen. Trying to stop the rush of Navy. And Navy hasn't had a ton of rush opportunities in this third period. Nova has done what they've done. It took them a while to get back after killing a penalty before, and they ended up scoring on their own power play. This puck just kind of sits in between skates, and no one's able to create a shot out of it. Applying pressure here near the corner are the Wildcats. Just trying to get this puck out of their zone. Chance for Navy here right now, though. Circle shot, Kapranov in front of it.
Way out of his cage, too. Yeah. Almost to the bottom of the hash marks there.
He's an aggressive goaltender, but it works for him. We've seen him come out with a stick pretty aggressively as well. That stick might have went high. But Navy, after a swap from Villanova, and they get it on effectively, Navy's going to swap as well with a change. Trying to connect now for the Wildcats. Again, more time expiring. Navy has to start creating things soon if they want to get a chance to win this game and send it potentially to overtime.
And we're going to get another penalty here. This one is on Nova.
Right.
Big, big chance here for Navy.
And Navy will again pull Beal before Nova can touch up. So they'll get a 6-on-5 for a short time. It went off of skates. Doesn't end it, though.
No possession.
Right, no possession for Villanova. They barely stay on side. Still no possession for the Wildcats. Chance sent in. Kapranov doing enough. Still 6-on-5 for the midshipmen. Shot sent in. No pass deflection. And that's possession. And that will bring on the penalty with 7:42. And Navy will get a man advantage for 2 minutes.
Now this is a must score.
Yes.
Must score
I
here
agree.
for Navy.
I very much agree, Rollo. Because if you get a goal, you probably get it around the 7-ish minute mark, 6.5 maybe. That gives you enough time to kind of score 5-on-5. But if you don't score here, you expel 2 minutes and it goes down to 5:42. It is a tough journey from there. This is a must-score power play for the midshipmen. Squad that came up from Annapolis, Maryland, the U.S. Naval Academy. Taking on Villanova in their home state here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The quarterfinal of the ECHA playoff. This is their time. Working back. That shot didn't have enough mustard on it. Villanova will get a chance to clear, and they do.
That was Chesson again looking for the one-timer. He is the one to watch here for Navy. If you are the midshipman, you have to try and find a way to get him that puck on that right side wall. Two of them have just bounced on him on the pass. Have to try and get it to him flat and clean, as here comes Nova the other way on a 2-on-1.
Short-handed Villanova. Davis looking through. Beal's able to squeeze, and it gets loose. So Beal keeping Navy in this game. Again, we'll look for Chesson off the ice for now. Nova dumps away. And a minute has already expired on this opportunity for Navy. Hanging on to the neutral zone here. Villanova, again, we talk about how good their penalty kill unit is. See what they can do. The midshipman going around the world with this puck. Back at the top now. Sent over just wide of the circle. And this puck gets loose and back in the neutral zone. Chased hard by Villanova here. And Villanova kind of doing what Navy needed to do on the other penalty kill they had. Staying aggressive, and they keep this puck on the other side. 29 seconds left in the power play. So some good work on the other side. Just keeping things in possession of Villanova. But now Navy looking for a chance. Couldn't get that there in the crease. Had the connection. Back at the top, near the slot. Looking through, backhanded opportunity. Kapranov's in front of it. He covers.
Another big stop by Kapranov there. Great looks there for Navy. Cunningham had a heck of a shift there for Navy, but just didn't have any opportunities to get one to a scoring position. I mean, he had that backhander there at the end. He was the one who centered it back through the slot, and no one was there to find that puck for Navy. Would have been a for sure goal if that puck had found somebody there for the midshipmen.
Would have been. There's plenty of space. Maybe a for sure goal right here. Sends a shot. Kapranov squeezes up.
Man, way out of his net to make that save again. Came out and took away all of the shooting options there.
It's just when you're able to read the way he can, he knows exactly where the puck is going at all times, it feels like. I mean, even the couple goals he's given up, one was an aggressive slide out he had, but it was a good chance. He has been so aggressive, and it's worked to his favor and to the Wildcats' favor, because that might have been a goal if he doesn't slide out.
Plays a little bit old school in that regard with
Right.
how far he comes out of his net to make those stops. Takes away all the shooting chances. I mean, everyone has had nothing to shoot at him when he comes out that far. I mean, you've got no angles.
Nothing.
Kind of just got to throw it into his chest.
Talk about some Bobby Lou stuff. Gets sent down. Yeah, it's always entertaining to see a goaltender play like that. We haven't seen it for a while. We saw Brodeur do it plenty. More so with the stick. Now here, Navy trying to work back. Handed off the glass here. Under 5 left to go. Even strength. Back with it again. Navy looking for some last gasp opportunities. And because you're down by 2, I'm starting the pull the goaltender discussion a bit earlier than I usually would.
Yeah, with 4:45 left, I mean, you got to at least think about it here as time's starting to wind down.
It's in consideration. The Wildcats so far holding on, and they are very close to advancing to the semifinals. Here in the ECHA postseason. Again, like we mentioned, reseeding will occur after these quarterfinals are done. And we will have all the games on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, and they'll go offside here with 4:21. What, Villanova with a 3 seed? And if it all goes chalk, obviously, you won't have to worry too much about doing reseeding math. But with how competitive this game has been, it would not surprise me if we get some upsets in these quarterfinals today and this evening.
Definitely the one to look out for. The 4 versus 5 game, Drexel
Right.
and George Mason. Definitely watch out for that one as well. Going to be an excellent game between those two.
Right, think of how different it could be. And now a winding move right here, but that's poked away. Good chance from Reagan. Reagan able to get that puck away, and it gets sent all the way down to the other side of the ice here for the midshipmen. You talk about in a postseason like this, avoiding the 4-5 matchup, which is always just fantastic. It's big.
That one took a
Kapranov.
big hop there.
Yeah. Thought Kapranov was going to have to come out and get it for a moment, but it went all the way off. 3:49 left to go.
You got to start thinking about pulling Beal here.
I don't think you think about it now. I think you do it.
You have to
at
gain
this point.
possession in the O zone
Yes,
first.
for sure. Can't just give up the empty netter, and they haven't been able to do it. Villanova kind of understands that that's going to happen if you give up Navy possession, and they've held on for a good bit. But I feel like the moment Navy gets some possession, that goaltender, Beal's coming out of his cage, and his day can be done.
He's looking at the bench right now, waiting to try and find a signal here as that one hops up and out of play.
Out of play. Fans agree with me. 3:19 in the third period.
They're thinking about it.
Depends on this face-off, and it looks like it'll be at the circle. Thought it might have been near the blue line. If it goes through the circle.
It will be.
Yeah. And
I would think about it here.
Yeah, if you gain possession and win this faceoff, he's got to go.
I honestly think you should do it right now before the draw.
That's also a good point.
You've got 3:19 left. You've got to score 2 goals to tie. You're going to run out of clock.
Watch him for me. Face off. Goes off. Goaltender still in his cage. Looking through, tipped over. Kapranov in front of that.
I'll let you know if he bolts over to the bench.
Yeah. So, but Villanova will regain possession, and they'll just clear it away. They'll take the icing with 3:04.
Now they might.
Yeah. It's kind of why you take the icing, I feel. Instead of giving yourself a momentum. Yeah.
I think he's going to stay.
Unless if they're going to call a timeout, but.
And it doesn't seem like it, so he will stay in the cage for now.
I'm pretty surprised.
A little surprised that he's still in the net right now.
Especially in a postseason. And a kind of a, your season's done if you lose. Got to take some risks here. It's not even as much of it's more of a calculated risk. You kind of have no choice, but kept in offensively. Good chance.
Great keep there at the blue line.
Great work to keep that in, but not able to make a do about it. Held up far. Navy.
Very surprised Beal's still in his net right now.
Right. Again, Villanova has done a good job. They're just clearing. They're clearing the puck as if they're killing a penalty right now. And that's been what they've been good at all season long. Big hit here for Nova. Going to get this through. Nova getting in front of this puck. Circle, shot, Beal able to cover up. 2:11 left in the third.
You can't pull him now, though.
No.
It's in the D zone.
And now you've kind of gotten to the point where the next opportunity you'll have to pull him will be under 2 minutes because of this face-off right here. And now you've got to win the face-off and go back down. It's a very interesting chess match you have to play, and now you'll get the timeout.
They'll get the timeout, but they still have the offense or the face-off in the D zone.
It's a Navy timeout as well.
Well, I think they want these guys on the ice.
Yes.
For this draw and for
really
an extended period. If you can get the puck out, immediately Beal's going to the bench.
Yes.
I think that's the plan here. Is that as long as they can win this draw and get the puck out of the zone, Beal is going to the bench. Or if they get possession, Nova might back off a little bit and start to back away, and they might be able to hold the puck behind the net.
Just
and
kind of
get
hold it
Beal
at the blue
off
line
and
here.
then set up whatever they want with the 6 men on the ice.
They could.
It depends how the faceoff pans out.
And Villanova's been a good faceoff team in this game. Navy hasn't been bad either, but it's been fairly even on faceoffs. You haven't had a clear advantage. It's by the time you even do everything that you just mentioned, it's probably 1:40 left on the clock. Let's say you might kill 30 seconds doing a lot of that. So
yeah,
it's an interesting game to play. And you don't need 1 goal.
You need 2.
You need 2.
You need 2 and 2:11.
We should have been doing this kind of thing with 3.5 to go, 3:45 to go.
Even 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And you could say time. There's still 3 minutes left.
A goal every minute and a half, basically.
Yeah.
Which is reasonable mathematics. But a goal every minute. And we'll check here. Keeping it on. Villanova doing a good job. This is what Villanova's been doing. Keeping this on. Body out. Nova keeping this there. Beal's going to come out and stick it. And a risky stick at that. Villanova doing what they need to do here. Just getting this puck away. Expiring time for them. The Wildcats holding on to their defensive zone.
And Beal's waiting for the signal here.
Lost
as this one comes right to the netting.
Right
and
to
out
me.
of play.
Hello, puck. How are you?
We got a souvenir. We got a souvenir here.
Do you want it? You're not asking for it. It's mine.
Almost hit right into the laptop there.
I know. Almost got me. I would have had to lost a good bit of money. This puck is made in the Czech Republic.
And interesting note here.
So
Beal now will go to the bench. It looked like he was going to stay for a moment, but now he goes to the bench. Extra skater on here for Navy.
So this puck that I have in my hand right here, if you pull your goaltender, it might have been in the net already.
Yeah.
So now it's in my hands. That's not where it should be.
And we're going to get a timeout here from Nova as expected.
Yeah. Sure. Everyone knows I got the puck. It's just a great time. These pucks, they have a decent amount of kind of weight to them. They're sizable. I kind of just play around with it. 1:42 left to go. So again, a timeout for Villanova, and it's a good timeout by them to call.
Oh yeah.
They can now kind of settle into what they have to do here on this moment here. But a timeout Villanova. So again, Beal is out of his cage. 37 of 41. Is that how math works? Yes.
Yes, it is.
37 of 41, and Beal has done about as much as he could do, right?
He's done everything but score.
Yeah.
And that's the toughest thing.
You can't
do
score.
that. You can't do that as a goalie.
Score. Unless if you kind of, at the end of the regular season, we saw goaltenders dress up in skaters equipment, and I saw one score. Not in front of me, but on the scrolls. Goaltenders have scored in those skater jerseys, but Beal can only, again, do so much. Kapranov has also done plenty. But the face-off, again, in the D zone for Villanova as they'll look to hold on. Empty cage. So Navy with a 6-on-5, just barely keep the puck onside. Villanova will look to get an empty net goal or at least just stop this Navy offensive attack with 6-on-5.
Even if they only score one, they still have to score a second.
Yeah.
So you can afford, in theory, to give up one goal, but you have to contain them here regardless.
And Villanova, and this puck might have just deflected back into the net. My goodness, he scores off of the boardings. 5-2. Villanova ices this one. So the boards score, and Villanova, that'll be Paredes' second, potentially. It's like he skates in front first.
And that was from the inside circle.
Right.
Almost a 200-footer there.
See the official math. If we had the StatCast line that bounces all the way in.
It's pretty close to about 175, I'll
Wow.
say that much.
That's impressive. It just took a perfect deflection off of the boards, and that just about does it. Beal gets back into his cage, and unless if we get miracles, this is a formality.
That couldn't have been a better bounce.
Not at all. It was perfect. Pretty much in the middle of the net, too. So Villanova up 5-2 after the empty netter. And the Wildcats, the number 3 seed, have a really good first day in the quarterfinals. Navy has done a great job all day just keeping Villanova honest and playing difficult. And it was hard. It was physical. But the Wildcats, really good forecheck. Had a really good all-around game. Kapranov made the saves he had to, and it was just a great game so far by Villanova with 32 left to go. Shot sent in from Navy. Kapranov will glove up, and I'll let you make your final point because you got to leave pretty quickly once this is done.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great game. What a way to open up here in the playoffs, in the ECHA playoffs here. It was a spectacular game the whole way through, and Kapranov in net was awesome. Beal was spectacular in between the pipes. Only gave up 4. I mean, the 5th one is an empty netter, so it doesn't really count against him. Gave up 4, and if you want to even say 3 for the own goal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've been saying that.
Beal had a great morning/afternoon, and for Villanova, they advance up to the semifinals here with 15 seconds left to go. Played a great game here against Navy. I mean, Navy really gave them some pushback and really gave them some good looks. As Kapranov will just send that one away into the boards as the seconds tick off the clock.
Villanova's going to make a Seton Hall kid say this. The Villanova Wildcats are moving on to the semifinals in the ECHA playoffs. 5-2 win. They take down Navy. Great day by both netminders, but the Wildcats pick up 5 goals and advance to the semifinals. They'll find out who they play once the day's over. What a great day for the Wildcats.
Final shots.
I'll let you wrap it up.
Final shots, 42-34 at the end of this one, and it was a great game here between Nova and Navy. And like I said, what a start here to the ECHA playoffs here for our quadruple header here today from the Steel Ice Center here in Bethlehem, PA. It's been a great one so far, but I do have to jet as this game now concludes. I will be back tomorrow, though, with Cody Decker back on color, joining him. You'll be joined by Matt Fusillo for the next one here, and then Trey will be with Matt for the next couple games to close out our coverage here today of the playoffs, and we'll be back again tomorrow for the semifinal games, and then back on the 7th here in March for the final here in the ECHA playoffs. But for myself, that'll wrap things up. Go ahead, John.
That'll wrap it up. Villanova advances to the semifinal 5-2 for myself and Carollo Pascal. This has been a presentation of Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Westchester, NYU coming up next, so stick around. But if you don't, we will see you another time. Thank you so much.